Welcome to boating in Port Huron. This video is geared to people who do not live in the area that may want to bring their boat and see what the Blue Water area is all about. We're one of the few areas that has a couple of great boat ramps and multiple motels that you could easily walk to a boat dock from. So take a look and learn a little bit about our area. After you leave the 12th Street boat ramp, which is where we launched, you would head down Black River to the east. We'll go under three different drawbridges, see a state marina, private marina, several different restaurants, and lots of open water once we get to the St. Clair River and make our way up into Lake Huron. Secondary boat ramp is off of Riverside Drive, about a mile upstream from the 12th Street ramp. It has an even larger parking lot and is just fine for launching larger boats. It's right where Black River goes under I-94. You're looking at my boating companion. His name is Jax. He's about 9 years old and he's learned to like the boat, although he is definitely not a water dog, does not want to get wet. The first bridge we're going under is 10th Street Bridge. After going through that, to your right, you'll see a string of private condominiums, and to the left is the Port Huron State Marina or Municipal Marina. It offers a gas dock and quite a few seasonal as well as transient slips. If you come for a weekend, you should go on the state website and reserve a dock at this marina. It's very convenient and very secure. My dog Jax definitely likes sunshine and calm water. Not very comfortable if it gets choppy or rough. Coming to the second bridge, you'll see 7th Street goes across the river. This is also a drawbridge, so if you have a flybridge boat, it's not a problem. They will open it for you on schedules, I think every 30 minutes. Once we get through here, you'll see more seasonal docks to the right, and to the left is a fantastic kayak launch. I've used this many times. If you want to just paddle around downtown Port Huron, this is the place to bring your kayak. Just beyond that kayak launch is a section of open dock that is typically used for restaurants, and I suppose some people stay overnight there, although there is no power or hookup. Beyond that dock, you'll see a building. It's the Zebra Bar. It's a bowling alley, but it's also a longtime bar restaurant establishment in Port Huron. They serve awesome hamburgers and plenty of beer variety. Across the river from the Zebra Bar, you'll see the Port Huron towboat dock. Young man owns this, also owns Can Marina up near the River Street boat ramp. He does a fantastic job. Our operation here is quick and efficient. If you have any trouble boating in this area, just pick up the phone and call Towboat. They will take care of you right away. Third and final bridge is Military Street Bridge. This is the lowest of the three. Most runabouts have no problem getting under it, but any kind of flybridge will definitely have to request they raise it. As we come through the Military Street Bridge, there's a hotel on the right side called City Flats, and to the left is our local tour boat, the Huron Lady, and she is docked in front of a couple of local restaurants. One of them is Wings, etc., and the other is a really nice redone bar restaurant where they actually offer axe throwing. Proceeding on down, you will see the what used to be called Ed Shell Dock. It's now Desmond Marine. They have a large fuel dock. They also offer in and out or rack storage for boats and pretty large ones. Full set of lifts. They have travel lifts. They do winter storage, outdoor and indoor heated. As we pass Desmond Marine, to the left side, you will see Port Huron Yacht Club after the remaining municipal docks that we're just passing now. The Yacht Club is a very active yacht club. They are highly involved in racing. And if you like racing your sailboat, this is a place you should check out. They race weekly, Wednesday nights and Sundays. And at the Desmond Marina, you will find Jay's Marine that runs the marine store and their service department. They do a fantastic job, and they're actually pretty well stocked for a marina in terms of various boating accessories and supplies. As we continue on down the river, you'll see on the left there used to be a tall train bridge that was recently removed by the yacht club because they own it. And as we continue down that way, you'll see on the right the remains of the train bridge still on the right side of the river. Just past that train bridge, you'll see a little bar called Andy's Wine Bar. It's not something you can access by boat, but if you're up in the area and want to check out the boat traffic, you can have a nice drink there in the evening and watch all the boats go by, as well as freighters that are going down the St. Clair River. As we exit the Black River, you can look across the St. Clair River and see the Canadian city of Sarnia. Just to the north of Black River, there is an area called Sarnia Bay that has a very nice marina. When it was built, which was probably back in the early 80s, maybe 70s, it was probably one of the nicest marinas in the whole Great Lakes system. The entrance to Sarnia Bay Marina is directly behind the freighter that you saw to our right. On the left side of the boat, here just north of Black River on the St. Clair River, is the Port Huron sewage treatment plant. When it was built, it was considered one of the best in the country. It was in architectural magazines. It was designed to blend in with the riverside, and it doesn't emit a very nice smell, but it is a very beautiful facility in terms of if you compare it to other sewage treatment plants. The other white building you'll see coming up on the left is the Municipal Office Center or City Building. That's been there for a long, long time and is they're considering offering it for sale for commercial developers. Beyond that, again, same side of the river, the tall building on the left is a new condo project, and those are being sold as we speak. It was completed a couple of years ago. You can also see the Blue Water Bridge way off in the distance. That's where we're heading. You'll notice as I pass the municipal building, I will head towards the Canadian side. And there's a good reason for that. As you get up near the bridge, it can be very choppy, especially on a weekend when there's a lot of boat traffic. The Canadian side of the river is always calmer as you work your way up. So if you're in a small boat, I'd recommend staying towards the Canadian side. As long as you don't put an anchor down or stop and go swimming or something like that, you are allowed to use the Canadian water. Just don't step on land and don't throw an anchor out without calling Canadian customs. Off to our left is Pine Grove Park. If you're not a boater, that is a beautiful place to come park your car, sit by the river, and watch the freighters go by. Here again is the casino at Point Edward. And just south of that, we're looking at right now is a commercial fishing operation. They still fish commercially in the bottom of Lake Huron. But the casino here is just south of the Blue Water Bridge, and we'll be going under the bridge here in just a minute. But off to the left, north of Pine Grove Park, is the Thomas Edison Parkway. It's a continuation of the Pine Grove Park boardwalk that goes all the way up under the bridge and to the old paper company that has been closed and is supposedly going to be developed into some kind of commercial operation, probably more aligns the thought of residences, condos, restaurants, that kind of thing. But time will tell. So this is the area of the river that gets extremely rough on a weekend or if there's a strong south wind blowing. If you're in a pontoon or a small boat, you're going to want to stay to the Canadian side here and way over, like I am right now. There's also a back current if you're in a slow sailboat. You can see it. We're just coming out of it now, but it'll get you almost to the bridge. Once we get under the bridge, there is no good place. It's going to be choppy everywhere. But as soon as you get out to Lake Huron, it will flatten out if the wind is from the south or west. If the wind is from the north, you're probably going to turn around and come back into the St. Clair River. As we proceed up, both countries display our flags, one for each country on each side of the river. And once we round the bend here, you will see Fort Gratiot Lighthouse and the U.S. Coast Guard Station. That lighthouse is one of the oldest on the Great Lakes, and it is open for tours, and there's a museum. It is run by the Port Huron Museum Group. The red roof building there is the U.S. Coast Guard Station Port Huron, and just to the north of that is the Fort Gratiot Lighthouse. The beach to the north of the lighthouse is called Lighthouse Park. It's a beautiful beach, but dangerous for swimming. You won't find many boats anchored there. The current is really ripping trying to get into the St. Clair River. But about a half a mile north of there, we'll show you Lakeside Park, and that's a beautiful place to throw a hook out, enjoy lunch, or just hang out for the day on the sandbar. As we approach Lakeside Park to our left, you'll also see a very small public beach called Holland Beach. It's right at the end of Holland Road. Those boats are anchored right in front of it. It generally has a very nice sandbar. There's a group of private residences here for about a block, and then you'll see Lakeside Park. Lakeside Park is the largest public beach in the area. It is very popular. There is a lot of parking available, and they do run shuttles to other parking lots in the summertime. You'll see maybe 1,000 people on the beach on a summer weekend and a couple hundred boats anchored on the sandbar out in front. As we proceed north, again, we'll see some private residences, and then we'll come across what is called the Black River Canal. It is currently not dredged. The gate or dam that blocks the sand from rushing down it in a storm broke a year and a half ago in a winter flood. So they're working on repairing it. If they ever get it reopened, you'll be able to take a small boat from Lake Huron through that canal to Black River, and it will, for a small boat, it gives you some protection because when the wind switches, it changes fast, and you can get off the lake right there. Just north of the canal, after a few houses, you'll see another public beach called Craft Road Beach. Very limited parking. It's a great beach, and not a lot of people use it because it's very difficult to park more than about 10 cars on that dead end street. Going north from there, about a mile and a half, you'll see Keewatin Beach. That's coming up on our left, right beside the Windermere Apartments. Again, a beautiful little beach, one street wide, but very limited parking. Again, maybe room for 7 or 8 cars at that stretch. But it is a nice beach, and it was recently featured in a publication I read as being one of the great hidden beaches of Michigan. From here, you could go, if you want to burn some fuel, about 15 miles north, and you would hit the harbor town of Lexington. Another great place to enjoy lunch, or you could spend a night in the harbor. It's a state harbor. It is a harbor of refuge, so if the wind starts blowing, you're good there. And there is also a good boat ramp there. Looks like my best little buddy Jax is ready to head for home. Thank you for watching Boating in Port Huron. Please like and subscribe. And please feel free to ask any questions you can think of in the comments below. I grew up here and I'll be happy to try to answer them with some local knowledge.